Hey y'all, what's good, what's poppin'? It's your girl Alisa and welcome back to my channel. Now today's video is going to be something a little bit different for me on my channel. I'm going to be doing a hair get ready with me, and the wig of choice is from elvahairwigs. So while I apply this wig, I am going to do a little bit of a mini review on it as well. But yeah, so I'm going to do a hair get ready with me, and I'm also going to talk about a couple of things going on in my life and stuff going on like in the outside world, like hot topics and stuff like that. So I hope you guys like this type of video. Like I said, it's my first time filming it, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it. Alright y'all, so like I said, the wig that I'm going to be wearing today is from elvahairwigs. I think I've gotten like 4 out of 5 of my wigs from elvahairwigs. I absolutely love them. I feel like they're really affordable and they're good quality for how affordable they are. So yeah, I'm going to be applying this wig. I'm going to have it linked in the down bar below. And then I'm going to be applying it with Ghost Bond. This is like my 3rd time using Ghost Bond and it's decent. I don't know if I'm using it right, because honestly it doesn't keep the wig on for as long as I thought it would, but we're going to use that today. So I have my hair in this little braid out that I typically have underneath all of my wigs. So I'm just going to tuck these 2 pieces behind. They don't fit into the ponytail. And I'm going to be applying, I'm going to be wearing a wig cap. This is just like a standard, like I think dark brown wig cap, but I did put some foundation on it. And if I am looking more so over here, it's because I have a mirror, and I literally cannot do this without a mirror. Like, I'm not that talented. Alright, and I do have makeup on, so I did already go around the perimeter of my head with alcohol and just like wiped it off, just so that it has a clean base. And what I'm going to be doing is just dotting this. Okay, is it going to come out? Okay. I'm just going to be dotting this like right here all around my head. Just like that. And then I'm going to be taking the tail end of a random brush. This is my makeup brush. And I'm just going to be flattening that out. And I'm trying to be careful not to get it on the wig cap or my natural hairline, just because it will mess up my hair and will rip out my hair. So yeah. And I'm just going to be doing that 3 times. So 2 times I'm just going to blow dry it and then apply another layer. And the 3rd time I'm going to actually apply the wig. So I'm just going to blow dry this and be back. Alright y'all, so you really should wait until like it's all the way clear, but I'm just going to go ahead and start applying the wig now. So yeah, one thing that I like to do just to make sure that I don't get the hair in the glue is just like grab like a scrunchie and like do like a tiny bun, just so that the front hairs don't like get into the glue, because then honestly the only way you can get the hair out is by like ripping it out, and it messes up your wig. So yeah, but what I'm gonna do is just start by placing the wig down. So now what I'm going to do, I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but there still is like the white glue. I'm just going to like press that in, and then I'm going to go over this with a blow dryer one more time just to like get all the crinkles out, and then I should be done. Alright, so while that kind of dries in a little bit more, I'm just going to be grabbing my scarf and just tying it down just to make sure that the lace like actually melts into it. So yeah. I'm going to tie it pretty tight. Honestly, I'm not going to keep this on for that long, just because with this type of wig glue, like you don't necessarily need it to set for as long as you would like if you were using like the got to be glued method, which is what I used to use. So I'm not going to let it sit for like longer than like 5 minutes. Okay, so yeah, so I've had this wig since my birthday, a little bit before. So I want to say like I've had this wig probably since March 21st, and I've been wearing it since March 28th, and it's currently May 20th. So I've had this hair for like 2 months now, and I really love it. I love the color of it, and I just love the way that they construct their wigs. Elvahairwigs is really good with how they construct wigs. Like I rarely have like tracks coming off and like stuff like that. Like I've literally had wigs before where it's like, I guess they're glued wigs, so like the tracks at the end might kind of unravel a little bit, but I don't have that problem with this wig. And yeah, so I really went on elvahairwigs looking for a wig like this. I already have a curly black hair wig from them and then a straight black hair wig for them. So I kind of wanted to branch out and try some of their colored options. So yeah, this one is ombre. It has the 2 big chunks of like lighter blonde in the front, and then the rest is just like an ombre to a darker brown. This wig does shed more than the other like natural dark brown options that Over the Hair Wigs has, but it doesn't shed as much as you might think, or as much as it might be like a problem. The hair is still pretty soft, but it did lose that like new hair feeling kind of faster than like the other wigs I've gotten. I started to need to put oil on it like a month and a half in, whereas like other wigs, like it might be like 2 to 3 months. So yeah, and also I would like to throw in the fact that I have slept in this wig, so I know that like wigs that you might wear a lot more, like wigs that you slept in, honestly do lose its like good quality like faster than wigs that maybe you just throw on and throw off, or like wigs that you don't wear as often. So that might have taken away from like how long it lasts. But I still like, this hair is still pretty soft. It doesn't shed enough to where it's like, oh, it's a big problem. Like me doing that only kind of got like 1 hair out, so it's not that bad. It's just that I can see it losing its nice quality faster than the other ones. And the other wigs that I have lasted roughly like a year, and I'm still wearing them. So like a year, probably after like a year and a half, I'll throw them out and replace them. But alright, so I'm just gonna undo this really quickly just so I can check on how the wig is looking. Alright, so yeah, what I'm gonna do now alright, so yeah, so my wig kind of does look a little bit crazy. I have all the baby hairs just kind of like out from being smashed with the scarf. But what I'm gonna do now is just take the opportunity to really just hot comb like this part of my hair, like the front, and then also hot comb back here. And then I'm gonna put on some foaming spray. And while we do that, I'm going to break out the iPad and we're going to talk about our first topic. So the first topic that I wanted to talk about was Colleen Ballinger, aka Miranda Sings, and everything that's happening with her. I feel like it's such a random topic, but like I really wanted to talk about it. So if you guys don't know who Colleen Ballinger is, she's Miranda Sings, which she was such a big YouTuber back in the day. Like I remember loving her videos when I was like maybe 8, and basically she just made like satire videos of like a different character than herself who wore like crazy red lipstick and was just kind of dysfunctional. It was funny. It was definitely early 2000s comedy. So yeah, so Miranda Sings kind of, I guess, died a while ago, and now Colleen just goes by her regular name. And yeah, so basically what happened was she's in a lot of like drama surrounding around stuff that she did in the past. It like ties into a different conversation that I wanted to have about cancel culture. But yeah, so it's a bunch of stuff that she did in the past, maybe like ranging from like 10 years ago to like maybe 5 years ago. I'm not even too sure, don't quote me on that. But basically, she's in a lot of drama for saying both racist comments and then also sending a 13-year-old boy lingerie, which is weird in itself. And I kind of just wanted to talk about it and talk about cancel culture in general, because I feel like this happens so often that we're almost desensitized to when like our favorite like YouTubers or celebrities like do something problematic. Like we're so desensitized to it, and we're so quick to like just cancel them. In Colleen's case, I feel like there's no justifying, there's no way you could justify sending lingerie as a 30-year-old woman, because I'm pretty sure she was 30 when this all happened. Like as a 30-year-old woman, you should know better not to send like a 13-year-old boy lingerie, like a minor at that. Like I don't care if they're 13, 10, 17, like that's just wrong. But also apparently she used him to like get information on her ex-husband, which is really weird. I'm all for like celebrities having like relationships with their fans as long as it doesn't cross a line, which in this case it definitely crossed a line, because not only is it weird to get somebody else into your drama with your ex-husband, it's also kind of a lot more weird to have that person be a 13-year-old boy that is a fan of yours and looks up to you. And it's just a lot of drama. I'm pretty sure she did comment on this, but she didn't like really address his age, which everybody, like, that's the main thing. Like, she didn't really address the fact that he was 13. She just kind of said, oh yeah, like he was younger and like stuff like that. So I don't know, it's kind of really sketch. I don't necessarily know if she's like being canceled now or what. I kind of am interested to see what her justification is for it, even though like I said, there is no like real justification for what she did. I'm interested to see what she says and what she tries to justify it as. So yeah, right now I'm just kind of going over where I just put that foaming spray. I'm going over where I just put that foaming spray with my hair wand and also with the hot comb, and I'm trying to just flatten out my hair to be as flat as possible. I'm trying to make the wig look as natural as possible. So yeah. Okay, so for styling, I think I'm just gonna curl my hair like normal. I'm gonna do kind of smaller curls. So I'm gonna separate my hair in half and then just do it that way. I'm so used to just doing a lazy way and just curling like without sectioning my hair. So this is also different for me. I'm honestly not that good at curling my hair at all, but I kind of wanted to try it today. Okay, so yeah, going back into the topic of like cancel culture and everything like that, I know a lot of people now, like as of recently, are trying to cancel culture, which I feel like is honestly a good thing, but also bad. My opinions on cancel culture is very like in the middle and neutral. I feel like cancel culture has a lot of negative and toxic traits, but at the same time I feel like a lot of it is needed. For instance, there was this girl that I really liked on TikTok. Her name was Emma Lou, and she got canceled for saying the N-word, and she's a white girl. So I feel like it's good in that sense to bring it out and call her out on her stuff and make her, you know, talk about it. But then also I feel like she was like a super big advocate for Black Lives Matter. She was a super big, like, you know, advocate for Black culture and stuff like that. So while I feel like, yes, it's important, you know, call her out, let her know not to use that word, which she claims that she doesn't use it anymore. And honestly, I believed her. Like, she seems like she was genuine with like her advocating and being an ally for Black Lives Matter. But in the same token, people were finding her address, harassing her, sending her death threats, like stuff like that. And that's where I kind of like draw the line. And I'm like, cancel culture is a little bit too much and is very toxic. I kind of don't think we should cancel culture. I feel like it should be reformed in a way, because there are people who really do deserve to be canceled. Like, for instance, there was a couple on TikTok who basically stereotyped Black people and called them the N-word. Yes, they should kind of, you know, get canceled. They should, like, you know, I feel like in some cases, like, it's valid, like, to call, I don't know. I feel like in some cases it's valid to like be really angry and, like, you know, maybe call up their school and like let them know, hey, you have a racist, blah, 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 blah. Like in that case where it was the couple saying the N-word and like being racist and low-key giving threats. Like, yeah, do that. But for people like Emma Lou, people like, I don't even know, like Melanie Martinez is another example. She didn't say anything racist that I know of, but she was canceled because she had a sexual harassment claim against her from her best friend. Now, yes, cancel her for that. However, it came out that that wasn't even the truth and that there was like evidence proving that that wasn't the truth. So I feel like cancel culture in a way should, you know, like also be wary, because there are people where it's not the case and like that's not the full story, and now their entire careers are kind of ruined because people canceled them without giving them a fair chance. I don't know if that was super coherent, and I don't know if that made like sense or anything like that, but basically I feel like cancel culture should kind of be like reformed to be like, we see you did something problematic, we give you a chance to explain if it's faulty, if it's fake, like a lot of like, which honestly a lot of like the apologies are faulty and fake. If it's fake, then you know, we just cancel you. But if it's genuine, if we can see that you've changed as a person, like, you know, why should they get their entire career ruined for it? So I'm gonna move on to a different topic while I do this section of hair. So the next topic that I wanted to talk about was outside opening, aka the virus and everything. So I kind of want to talk about like the virus and everything, and like America reopening and the world reopening and everything like that. So we've been on a national stay-at-home order for like how long? Like 2 months. I personally don't know and don't think. I personally am leaning towards I don't think we're ready to reopen, but I understand like the economical reasons for why we need to reopen, but like at the same time, okay, we go like, okay, America goes into debt, whatever. So that's terrible, right? That's going to affect the workplace, it's going to affect everything. However, like would we rather go into recession and save like millions of lives possibly, or would we rather just reopen and have the possibility of there being a second wave and the second need for stay-at-home order and stuff like that? So I don't know, I'm pretty like I don't want to say I'm indifferent on states opening, because like I said, like I can see reasons for both, but I personally don't think I'll be going like super out. Like I'm gonna go outside and stuff, you know, like I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna do stuff like that, but I'm not too keen on like restarting my life, basically like going and finding like a summer job and like going and like going out on dates, going out with my friends, going out to like clubs, going out to parties, stuff like that. I don't know how I feel about doing that, just because even though where I live the cases are going down, you know, it's still out there. And while we're on the topic of that, I don't know if y'all have seen it, but like there are like so many people like outside who are like literally rioting and like so upset that like outside isn't open, and I don't get it. I literally do not get it. Like there are people who go to like, who are like fighting police officers, who are like rioting, beating up liberals. Like it's like crazy. It's like, why? Like I understand that you might need to, you know, I understand that your life is inconvenienced, but like people are literally rioting for people of lower incomes, because like let's be honest, people are like, open up the hair salon, open up, you know, open up this, open up that. They're literally rioting for people of like with like lower incomes to come back and feed their like lifestyles, which I just don't get at all. I feel like it's selfish, and I feel like it's kind of idiotic, because it's like, yes, okay, we need the economy to reopen because we will go into recession without it. However, at the same time, are you fighting for that, or are you fighting for like lower income people to come back so that you could get your hair done? Like, let's be honest. Like, let's honestly be honest. And I feel like it's the latter. Like, I feel like people are like they truly don't care about the economy like they say they do. I feel like people just literally want like lower income people to come back so that they can get their hair cut. Like that's really it. It is sad also because it's sad because like I don't know if it's because I personally do like the lower income jobs. Like I worked at Nordstrom. My job on campus is like a restaurant worker. Like I'm a manager for a restaurant. So I can like, so it's like I put myself in the shoes of the people who would have to go back to work, and I'm like, it's honestly not even worth it. Like risking your life to give someone a haircut, risking your life because people boycott it to make you go back to selling them clothes. Like it's ridiculous. It's so crazy. And I don't know if that made sense either. Honestly, a lot of my points, I never know if they make sense because I don't know. Okay, so while I'm on the topic of outside opening, I kind of do want to talk about like schools reopening, because that is a large part of stuff reopening. So one thing I will say is I'm going to be very disappointed if school does not reopen in fall. And I know that kind of does sound a little bit hypocritical because I was like, oh, I don't know if I want the academy to open. But like, I feel like I am going to be a little bit disappointed to see if school does not reopen in the fall, just because, I don't know. I feel like online classes are so different from in-person classes. And the fact that I've never like fully taken like an online course before now really kind of makes me like, I don't know. It makes it super hard to learn, just because, like I said, I've never taken an online course. So it's like, it's kind of like, I don't know, I feel like I can't do it in a way. And like, I don't know if you guys saw like my prepare for me for online classes video, but like, I had a set schedule and I still like felt like I wasn't learning anything while I was like in online school. And I feel like that's like a common phenomenon, honestly. And I don't know, I just really don't want schools to not reopen. But at the same time, I know that it probably will be online to a certain extent, but I don't want it to be. Alright, so now I have all my hair curled for the most part. I know I do have some like straighter pieces, like I have like this piece and a couple of straighter pieces, but honestly I don't mind it because I don't want my hair to be like super curly in the first place. So what I'm going to do is just go back in with the hot comb. Ow, I just touched it. I'm going to go back in with the hot comb and get the back and make that look super flat. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to do baby hairs. So I never do baby hairs on my wigs just because I'm not that talented. I can barely do baby hairs on my natural hair. But I did cut some today, hence why I have these right here. So I'm going to try to do it with the method that I've seen a lot of other people do, and I've basically seen them use foam and do it, so that's how I'm going to try to do it. So I'm just going to apply like a little bit right here. I really hope this doesn't mess up like how strong the wig glue is, because I feel like it most likely would, but whatever. So yeah, I'm going to try and just do like that. And it's, I don't know, I feel like my wig looks a little bit weird because like there's like these weird like air bumps almost right here. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but y'all, I'm still a beginner when it comes to wigs. I've been wearing wigs for maybe, like I've been like seriously wearing wigs for maybe like a year. So like, I don't even know. And like, this is like the first time, and like I've just gotten like wig glue, so like I honestly haven't been like really into wigs until like now. But I am trying to learn, so bear with me. I feel like I want it to be that. And the worst part about this is I really hate like super, I don't know, I really don't like super, oh, see, it's already coming up. I don't know what that to do. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna do that and then hope for the best. So, I'm gonna do this. Hope for the best. Hope for the best. Alright, so now I'm just going to rewrap this super quickly, let it all set in, and then I'll be back with the finished hair. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. This video for sure had some chaotic energy going on. I'm going to blame it on the iced coffee that I just drank, but I hope you guys liked it. Like I said, the wig, once again, is from elvahairwigs. If you guys want a more in-depth review, I can do that. I can also include the other 2 wigs that I have from them. But yeah, so don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe, and share down below. As always, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!